Herkesiti Aksamla. Welcome back to Tom Plays EUIV Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. We're back with the Ottomans, and we've just been dragged into a war by Bohemia. But it's a war that might turn out to be really useful for us, because it involves Hungary. So I'm actually kind of hoping, in a perfect world, what I'd like to do is, I believe the actual attack is against Krakow. What I'd like to do is make a peace with Krakow ourselves in exchange for the 2 bits of land that are on our mission tree for Hungary. Because I've been wanting to take those for ages, and we haven't been able to because of all of Hungary's allies. It didn't actually occur to me to attack Krakow instead, or anyone else Hungary was allied with. Clearly should have been on the to-do list. So yeah, certainly for the time being, we're going to try and conquer some lands of Hungary's, and hopefully, actually thinking about it, I don't think Hungary's navy is that impressive. We could probably do something about the navy as well. Maybe blockade them a bit while we're at it. Spain fighting France. It's always good to see. Okay. So I need to keep an eye on the war score, because I mean, it's possible that if Bohemia makes peace that they will have the land we want as part of the peace agreement. But on the other hand, we can't be sure of it. So, great though they've been as an ally, if we can possibly make peace beforehand ourselves and guarantee getting the land, it's probably is worth doing. If nothing else, we should probably just thinking we could do with making sure we've at least got the land that we have claims on. Not totally sure which 2 bits they are. Have I filled in these 2 provinces? But not totally sure. But if we try and cover everything that's on our borders, that would probably be a good start. Okay, we're not actually in battle at the moment, so maybe we can safely change our infantry. Hopefully no one attacks while our morale's still down. It's good to see the vassals coming in. Hopefully they can take a fair bit of land. So I'm just a bit worried that because Bohemia has quite a big border with... fair enough. Sorry, quite a big border with Krakow. They might want to claim quite a bit of land themselves. I don't know how many claims they've got. So they got some Hungarian land claims as well. Nope, apparently it is once again 3 monarch points time. Oh! Sorry, I went for the wrong thing, asked for contribution instead of diplomatic support. So we now have some disloyal merchants, but never mind. We also have more money. So it's not all bad. Okay, you go there. Take that land. Just how far we need to go. It's a little tricky because I don't really want to leave Bohemia in the lurch either. Just see if I have the time to go and save their capital. Oh, there we go. The separatists have arisen. Right. Okay, let's send this army back. It doesn't look like we're needing to try desperately hard here. Tell you what, let's take this army down. Should hopefully put Bohemia squarely in the lead on this one. Yeah, I think they're going to take so long, there's not a lot of point. Right, okay, let's at least see whether we can sue for peace. We can, but all they're going to offer us is money. So that's not very worthwhile anyway, is it? We can't sue for peace with Hungary directly because they're not the main people in the war. It's mainly Krakow. Salzburg in this war as well? They actually are. A little bit torn because it's possible that because we've got so much of the Hungarian lands that if Bohemia makes peace with them separately, which they probably will because Hungary is so badly occupied now, that we'll actually get our lands anyway. But then again, I may be wrong. I could do it working out exactly which lands we need. Let's just see. Conquer Serbia. Zendro and Braničevo. So it is these two. Okay. So if I was to sue for peace, got patriotic rabble rousers. Send in the troops. Apparently there were no drawbacks to send in the troops. I was expecting a rebellion. Well, there you go. Maybe because we've already got a rebellion going. Right, so if I was to sue for peace, suggest demands, they're offering me Sendro, that's fine, but I want both. No, Not willing to give me both. Fine. Keep going then. Certainly not taking less than both. And maybe things will look differently once we've sieged another castle. Okay, so you're done. Let's... Ooh. Just move you there. Okay. How about now? Clear offer, seed those two, that's all we need. So, big apologies to Bohemia. But I've been wanting to do that for ages. Right, so we've now got Conquer Bosnia and Conquer Wallachia. Amazingly, there are still two territories in, well, that were in Wallachia, which we don't own. Access from Bohemia. Yes, no problem. Honestly, can't do enough for you now. I feel really bad for pulling out of the war, really. Not too bad though. Okay, a separate peace. Yeah, they're still reasonably keen on us. But I do think that was worth it. So we've now got some new missions, both of which also involve invading Hungary. So Conquer Bosnia, which will be these lands, and Conquer Wallachia, which are these lands, which are also Hungarian now, not Wallachian. So, there you go. Still, maybe we should take a leaf from Bohemia's book and think about attacking Hungary's allies in future. You never know. Great Horde Separatists. Okay, not a huge problem. We've now got a truce with Hungary until 1639, which is fine because I think our next target would be the south anyway. Ugh. Okay, lose prestige for no reason. However, we do get a move towards legalism. Okay. Just check the money. We're actually losing money, which is annoying, as always. Could have a slightly cheaper advisor. It's probably the main saving we can make at this stage. Right, so what are we looking at in terms of attacks? How are Mazandaran looking? Right, they are allied to the Timurids. Karakyunlu is also... oh no, we're allied to the Timurids on this occasion. So we could take the last piece of land from... oh no, we can't. Because of the Hakkari Mountains, we can't actually make a claim on them, so realistically we are looking at the Mamluks now. Once again, it looks like the Timurids might actually join in, which is good, considering they now have Morocco as an ally. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards thinking that we probably have the power to take on them and Morocco. I mean, Morocco looks bigger than they actually are, because this is all wasteland. So, not too worried. Who are the other allies? Sind doesn't want to join in, because they're in debt. And apparently they like us for some reason. Marihan, I'm not even sure of. Yemen really isn't that huge. and realistically I think they're all going to be quite behind us in technology. What are we on military tech? We're now on 19. Mamluks are on 17. Yemen is on 16. Morocco is on 17. So quite a way ahead in terms of military tech. There we go, that's fine. How about I move you back to Kirin? Next uprising is going to be Armenian, then Karakoyunlu. So actually, might need you down here anyway. Somewhere down here, so that's good, you can back us up. Okay, apparently Armenian separatists have crossed the borders. So yeah, I guess we're heading straight for a battle with the Mamluks, or at least leaning towards it. Let's just split this army up so it's not actually taking damage while this army makes its way down. I'm just looking at the 0 manpower, thinking maybe we should spend a bit of time recovering before we actually pick a new fight, seeing as this one's probably going to be a little bit more serious than the recent ones. Just curious as to how Bohemia's doing. Ooh, what we got? Humanist ideas. Yep, no problem. That's our tolerance of heretics, which I think will help with our religious unity. Yeah, there we go. 107%, because apparently they don't understand how percentages work. But yeah, that's a plus. I'm hoping it will start us reducing the number of uprisings we have. Okay, that's pretty grim in terms of manpower, considering they're supposed to be on 50. Let's go there, which is supply limit 45. I'll just speed things up a bit. Give us time to recover a bit of manpower. Okay, we have a spare diplomat. Might just improve relations with Mushasha. I don't think we're going to need a spy network particularly. We've got 6 claims as it is. So given we're not going to war immediately, I might start improving relations with Morocco a bit. Not that keen to ally them in case I get pulled into a war with Spain, which I'd rather not do. Or even Portugal. I've have a vague memory that Morocco seems to like pulling you into wars. Right, seeing as I'm not currently fighting, I might reduce. Actually, what's the best way to do this? Let's mothball the forts to start with. Right, that gives us positive money, so I'm not going to reduce our army. The support our army gets. Army maintenance, that's what it's called. You can reduce that, which will reduce costs considerably. I might just speed up time while the manpower recovers. Apparently Russia has sown discontent in our population. So obviously their spy networks are working fine. I'm just going to move this army over. Because this gets back to being the full 50, it won't start taking damage. And then hopefully very shortly, there we go, the manpower will start going up. We've lost some sailors, that's fine. To gain some money. What I do want to do, I can pull this down. Oh, let's have a look. Debate over Sufi practices. Scholars not united on the question of the permissibility of Sufism. Well, I'm going to support the hardliners. Just thinking, while the money is going up and while we're building up manpower again, let's just... Balance has increased. That's probably down to us having finished restoring our armies, because that can get quite expensive. So, let's just see. Institutions, not really in a position to... I mean, considering it's spreading everywhere, I'd rather it came down quite a bit before we worry about spreading it. However, let's just take a look at our manufacturers again. Right, I think... Should we have a manufactory over here? Do we have any workshops over here? Workshops. We actually don't. So, if I build a workshop there, what about up here? Maybe build one there. Okay, do we have one in the middle here? Oh, actually, no, sorry, clearly we don't have one in the middle here. Do we need one? Or would we rather have something down in Greece? None of these places are exactly teeming with good opportunities for workshops, I have to say. Possibly it would be better to have one somewhere up here. Okay. That looks like a terrible place for a workshop. In fact, this looks much better actually. Let's go with this one. Okay, so I'll put some money into some workshops there. Where is our navy? I sent it over here, didn't I? Actually, given we're attacking the Mamluks, let's bring them back to Cyprus temporarily. So if I just increase our speed again. Okay, so the navy. Let's detach obsolete ships. Right, so these are the non-obsolete ones. So apparently this group is entirely obsolete. Right, let me try to detach the cogs. I want to spend a lot of money at the moment, but we don't need cogs, because we're not really going to be doing any transporting. At least get rid of a couple of those. I'm just thinking about modernising again. So what's our actual limit for ships at the moment? Right, we can have 3 more. So if I build 2 merchantmen for transport, just in case I ever need them, and 1 galliot. Okay, apparently we're expecting an uprising soon. Lost a military engineer. It's probably not a terrible thing, because we could do with one that's a bit more useful, so we'll take the discipline one, even though that would probably send us into negative money again. Right, where's this uprising happening? Looks like we have a few. So what I'm thinking now is we've maybe recovered enough that it's worth starting the battle. So if I just bring you together. bring you together. Yeah, okay. Set them off, so we're probably losing a ton of money now. Assuming you've had a chance to recover, I'll just move you into the ocean there. Okay, so notwithstanding the attack we're about to have, stop improving relations with Mushasha. I'm actually wondering if, I think this is probably powerful enough now that we can split it, and if we do get into trouble we can always bring one of them over. Okay, so we will ask for Timurids to join in. Oh, Morocco's out. It's worth improving relations with them then. There's literally attitude towards enemies, I think, that's done that. Might not be, might be threatened attitude. But anyway, without further ado, let's go attack him. Can I get there? I actually can. That is pretty cool. So we're going to start with all the armies attacking, but I'm prepared to pull one out if necessary. Aha! We have a navy on this side as well now, thanks to Mushasha. Very nice. Hamden. Oh, the heir has died. Oh, that was interesting, that, because I think I saw before the heir was actually older than the Padishah, so that's actually quite a plus. Plus, I think this heir is rather better. Not quite as good as Sultana, but not bad at least. Alright, so that's actually quite a big navy they've got there, so I might just bring my navies back together to be on the safe side. Also, join these to the navy. I don't think there's anyone roaming around, so it should be safe for them to move. Okay, so we'll see how we do. Hopefully this will be a good inroad into the Mamluks. Weaken them while strengthening us. Right. I think this army is now going to have to be our rebel putting down army. So we're down to just the two now. So head up to see how we go. I don't really want to let them get past us. But then there are two ways for them to get past us now. They can go through Mushasha as well, although at least they'll presumably have to siege the fort. So we should get a bit of warning if that happens. On the plus side, we now have way more vassals. So we should be in a pretty good position to take a lot of land quite quickly. So the two advantages sieging this fort: for one thing, when we get it, it will force their navy out, where we will hopefully dice them up. And for another thing, ooh, indirect rule. Nice. That should help as well. For another thing, it actually blocks off any armies coming from over here, which is less of an issue now Morocco hasn't joined in. But nonetheless, it's still quite nice. Ooh, who's blockading us? Okay, I think we have sorted that rebel, so head back down. Up, here we go again. My nobility are once again causing issues. I can't afford to lose 20 army tradition, so I'm going to have to be, does the nobility really matter? Which is unfortunate because it reduces stability again. So I think as soon as we get the chance I'm going to have to raise stability using admin points. It feels like a waste but can't really be helped. Oh, here they come. Right, we need to get down and help Mushasha out. So they're being overwhelmed. Oh, it looks like they're retreating. That's good. We'll go and retake the capital. Because I don't want it being used as a way into our lands. It's forgetting, of course, the Timurids have joined in with us, I think. Which is good. Since it looks like Sind has joined. So, yeah. Oh no, they haven't. Maybe they've got a separate attack? Oh no, it's Maraham. It looks like they got Sind with them though. Okay. Very confusing. Unless it's like a vassal situation. No, it doesn't look like it. It just looks like we have a lot of simultaneous conflicts going on. Fair enough. In which case I'm just going to focus on taking all of the castles. That's fine. We've vassalised Georgia anyway. Who's this? Oh, Georgia and the Timurids. Fair enough. Actually, that's quite a big army. I could do with taking that down. So I don't think it's... Nope. Apparently I can't directly go through until we take this fort down. So we'd better do it. Kind of hoping someone will take Rashid at some point, because that'll give us a second go at the navy. Right, stamped on the movement, I think, because it takes us towards legalism. I think I might, for once, raise war taxes. So this is something you can do, basically. Gives you more money only in times of war, but it causes people to get sick of the war faster. It's just we seem to be losing so much money there, so rapidly. I just kind of feel like it's necessary. Right, I'm going to break off from siege to go and help the vassals. Because it looks like our friends the Mamluks are trying to make mincemeat of them. I can't be having that. We'll see if we can't make life a bit more difficult. And there's Yemen in the battle. They are. Excellent. In which case I shall take the war into Yemen. I am completely up for that. See, there's a bit of a concern with them attacking the Timurids. Maybe if we can take some of the land from Yemen, we can get them to pull out of the war. Actually, looking at it does look like Sin has been quite... Oh yeah, then we're not fighting them, are they? Janissaries are blackmailing us again. Great. I look forward to dropping headlong into debt. Okay. And also our stability dropped, so let's boost that a bit. Oh yeah, adopt title of Caliphate, yes please. Denounce sect practices, yep. And enforce religious unity. No problem there at all. See, that's a problem. Might need to go over and help again. Okay, they're having issues with Mahmud the First. I guess he's an heir to the previous Sultana. That doesn't look good. It looks like they're being beaten. They have been beaten. Not great. Might have to get over there and help, possibly. Oh, interesting. Right, fair enough. So why am I still giving them money? I see, it's fine for the traditions to go as regards to getting troops, but it's not fine for the tradition of me giving them money for no obvious reason to go. Well, that's just typical. So sending this army over to help the Timurids in the hope that they won't be pieced out, and also to help my vassals because they seem to be being attacked by the Yemen armies. I've got another army going off dealing with rebels, so we may actually only be looking at a single army actually attacking now. But hey, as long as we're still winning, that's what matters. Oh right, sorry, that's this siege. Fair enough, head down to Yemen. Need to catch this army though. Or at the very least, see, they're using this as a springboard now to head into my lands. At the very least I could do with sorting out some of the castles. It's alright, I'll sort that castle out first. Give the Timurids a little more reason to hang around. Okay, we've now got a big army up here all of a sudden. So really going to have to head up. And the Timurids have pulled out. Okay. Here is where I officially cry treason, although of course it's not treason because they're just allies, but it's still annoying. Never mind, we'll carry on without them. Can't really blame them, they were getting kind of stomped on. I suppose an option we do have at this point is to... What might go there? Blockade them a bit more. We could actually see if it's worth making peace with the Mamluks at this stage. We only get 2 territories though. That's not great, I have to say. Given that with or without the Timurids, I'm pretty sure we're still winning. And of course they won the siege just before we got there. Fortunately, the numerical difference was too great for it to actually have any effect on the course of the war. It's quite a relief. Diplomatic reputation is generally a better option. Okay, see if we can actually get to this one before the siege ends, so we can fight with an advantage. That would be nice. Yes, renew war taxes. Just as well. Great. Okay. Lost a general. That's extremely bad news just before we fight a war. Give me another general, please. A better one. That's good. I appreciate that. Always nice to have a better general. Got a padlock. Come on, give me a padlock. Oh, I guess they're going there. Fair enough. What have we got? I think we've lost sight of their army now, unfortunately, so I might just take some random land. Start taking this land back. Where on earth do you think they're going? I mean, I figure they're running away, but... Okay, well that's good. We've got the crossed swords, so maybe we're actually going to catch one of the armies. I mean, one would be better than both, I suppose, because it'd be an easier battle. But either way, we've got a 3-star general, so that's a good thing. Looks like we've taken control of a province down here, which is good. Take a few more. Alright, we did get both of them. Fair enough. I'm not going to let that worry me. Not sure which way they're fleeing. Guess I'll just head to Lower Yik and take that back. Actually, I might not even do that. It actually looks like they've been wiped out, which is bizarre. Let's head down to Yemen. That's unless they're already getting fed. Oh, they are getting fed up. Let's just see if we can make peace with them separately. No. I'll send him a white peace offer, but so far, not interested. Fine. Fine, that's entirely up to you. just head down and besiege your castle then. Not sure where they're going. May end up having to take them on instead. It's a bit disappointing that the war score's actually gone down. Never mind. Give it time. Ooh! Hang on, where are you going? Oh, right. Looks like you're heading through that castle. Fair enough. I'll just head down here. For now. I suppose I'll be able to follow them, will I? Never mind. Just focus on taking this fort back for now. At least then they won't be able to just roam around the lands with impunity. Right, let's take you over there. It's great that George has taken a lot of land for us, but there was an army down here. They might not still be here, of course. They may have gone across to Yemen. Okay, now I can follow you. I'm starting to wonder about maybe annexing Nogai, simply because instead of fighting Russia we could head for Transoxania. We got deeply worried about some changes. Okay, well I really don't want to lose prestige, so unfortunately I'm going to accept a loss of admin power. Depressing though that is. Okay, give me a padlock please. There we go. Wipe out a few more troops. Maybe Yemen will think again about whether they want to make peace. You never know. Or maybe they won't, because apparently I'm too slow moving to catch them. Oh, there we go. Excellent. That's got to be good news. So in that case, I'll move these chaps aside, take out the Mamlukian particularists. Or not, maybe? Maybe just head straight for the Mamlukian army instead. So I might need to take out the particularists at some point, because I think they stood on some of the land we want, but at the same time I'd rather fight the Mamluk army first. That's an encouraging sign. Kirkuk. Okay. Was not expecting that. I suppose I didn't get a warning because it's a vassal's separatists rather than ours. Extreme practices, we'll expel them again. Okay, we've got a war going on there. So how about if you get rid of the separatists, even though you'll be your army. You're not currently in play and you don't have a 3-star general. Having taken down most of the army, I'm going to take down the particularists as well. What are they offering, just out of interest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, that's not a bad offer. Maybe we should even go for that one. I'll just take this land back so that we've definitely got it. We've got all the forts and things. What about Marahan? It's fine, I actually just want to know where they are. Use the F key again. Marahan. Oh, there you are. Not up for making peace separately. Okay. Fair enough. So before I fight all of these armies, maybe I should seriously consider accepting a peace settlement with them. So what have we got? You're gonna cede a whole bunch of lands. Okay, let's accept that. Looks like it fulfilled the mission, which is what we primarily wanted. That is brilliant. So I'm going to need... just take down the separatists. We have conquered Levant. So our next mission, I think, is to conquer Egypt. I have a whole bunch of new claims, I think also on the Mamluks. Good grief, that's a lot. That's going to take some doing. Well, there we go, that's for another time. So not to worry, you need to head up to Kirim. I need to make some cores, possibly. Yeah, so once again we're not linked by land. Mushasha, that's fine. So this has been labelled Ottoman Bahrain instead of just the Ottomans. Yeah, I think I've gone quite a bit over there, I'm afraid. I just wanted to finish the war with the Mamluks. Taken quite a bit of damage to our armies, so might take a bit of repairing, but we've also fulfilled another mission and made some more inroads into the Mamluks, so definitely not complaining there. And even though this is kind of cut off, it kind of isn't. We can go through here freely with Mushasha being a vassal, so I'm not particularly worried about that. Slightly worried about losing money again, so I might just mothball the forts. So we've at least got positive money again now. And we do have a +2 discipline. War leader. In fact, we're quite ahead on war now, so I might even swap him for a +1 or a land maintenance monitor one. Probably still cheaper to do just a +1 military advisor, especially given we're getting a bit excessive here on the military power. I think we may be putting some of that into Kosovo at this rate. Actually, do we even want it in Kosovo? Currently got production of 9. I suppose we could put a bit in, because it'll improve the global trade as well. So if we maybe get it to 10. Here's where I discover belatedly that military improvements don't actually increase the production. I'm guessing they don't. Fair enough. Not to worry then, it's improved global trade quite a bit in any case. So Kosovo is much closer to achieving it now. and maybe the diplomatic power will have more of an effect. Never mind. That's pretty good as far as that goes anyway. Quite pleased with what we've achieved there. So yeah, we'll probably be recovering from that next time. Sorry I went a bit over, I just didn't want to stop in the middle of a war. And yeah, we'll be back to the northeast. So I think realistically probably won't annex Nogai this time. We'll probably be looking at Kazan again. I feel rather sorry for them really. But yeah, and of course if we can find a way to attack Hungary instead of Wallachia, I think we're far more interested in. And we'll probably end up with Russia anyway though, won't we? Yeah, Russia's an ally of Wallachia in any case, of Hungary in any case, so either way we're kind of stuck fighting Russia, which is a shame. So yeah, once Kazan's actually finally finished off, which might take a few more turns, we're maybe stuck between Russia and the eastern nations, so we might want to annex Nogai simply so that we can attack these guys instead of Russia. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's not a massive problem. I was thinking maybe we should split these guys up. Only just need to by the look of it. So I might want to think about improving the army again. But that's all for next time. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you then.